Order of Operations, Part 3. In today's lesson, students will solve order of operation problems with exponents. With what? Very good. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's go ahead and review the order of operations. Remember the saying that purple elephants may destroy a school. What? Very good. So the P stands for, what are these? These are called parentheses, right? You do those first. Okay, the second step is what we're going to focus on today, which is E, and these are called exponents. They're called what? Exponents. Now, exponents are a very tiny number that are at the top. So you have this big number. We call this a base. You call it what? A base. So we say, okay, well, the base is 2, and the exponent is also 2. So we're going to take a look at what this means. So we're going to go ahead and read this number as 2 squared. We're going to say what? 2 squared. And I've included this table that we're going to fill out, and these are very common squares that you are going to have to figure out in your order of operation problems. So let's just talk about this for a second. Okay, so if it has a little number at the top, it's called an exponent. It's called a what? Exponent. And an exponent means multiply the big number by itself this many times. So if I say 2 to the power of 2, or 2 squared, that means I'm going to multiply 2 by itself. How many times do you think? What does the exponent say? It says 2 times. So 2 squared, or 2 to the power of 2, is written as 2 times 2. Okay? 2 times 2. 2 squared, there's 2 2's. You're multiplying them together, right? What is 2 times 2, my friends? 2 times 2? It's elementary, my dear. It's 4. Okay? So what about 3 squared? It doesn't mean, okay, I'm going to say this. I'll probably say it about 10 times this week. 3 squared, or 3 to the power of 2, does not, repeat with me, does not mean 3 times 2. That's not what it means. 3 squared is not 6. It is not 6. It means 3 multiplied by itself 2 times, or 3 to the power of 2. So that means 3 times what? It's not times 2, it's 3 times, come on people, figure it out. 3 times 3. Very good. So what is 3 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9. Very good. All right, so 4 squared now. 4 squared means 4 times itself, right? 4 times itself. How many times are you multiplying 4 by itself? 2 times. So what is 4 times 4? 4 times 4, anybody? It is 16. That is correct. Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at 5 squared. 5 squared means 5 multiplied by itself 2 times. So 5 times 5 is, what is it? 25. Very nice. So you continue to fill out this chart. 6 squared means 6 times 6. 6 times 6? 6 times 6? 36. Very nice. All right. 7 squared is, what does it mean? It means 7 times, 7 times 7. What's 7 times 7? 49. Okay. Okay, let's do 8 squared. 8 squared means 8 times 8, which is 8 times 8? 64. Very nice. To the bottom, we have 9 squared, or 9 to the power of 2. 9 multiplied by itself 2 times, which is 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Very nice. Okay, last is 10 squared. That's the last one we're going to talk about. That means 10 times 10. Okay. Which you take a look at 10 times 10. How many zeros do you have in 10 times 10? You have 1, 2 zeros. So 10 times 10 is 1 with 2 zeros, or the number 100. Go ahead and get that down. So let's take a look at our first problem. And the first problem says, read it with me, it says, in parentheses, it says what? In parentheses, 4 plus 3 to the power of 2, or squared, minus 5. So what do you have to do first? What do you have to do first? What's a P stand for? I told you it's called parentheses. So now you're going to make a, what do you call this? Make a V. And tell me, what is 4 plus 3? 4 plus 3. Well, 4 plus 3, we're going to keep the parentheses and we're going to say, look, this is 7, right? But it's not just 7. It's 7 squared, or 7 to the power of 2. And then we're going to bring down, subtract 5. Okay, so we did parentheses first, right? What do we see now? What is this called? Starts with an E, It's called what? Exponents. And we also see, what's this? Subtraction. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Exponents or subtraction? Tell me now. You're going to do exponents, yes? And remember, what is 7 squared? What is 7 squared? It means 7 times 7, right? 7 times itself, 2 times. So we say, okay, this means 7 times 7, and then I'm going to subtract 5. All right. So 7 times 7 will make another V is, we know, 49 minus 5. Okay, so we're at 49, take away 5. I'll go ahead and do it right over here. 49, take away 5. You're really just looking at 9 minus 5, which is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and bring down the 4. So the answer here is 44. What's the answer? Very good. Okay, let's do our last example for today. This is number 3. This one says, read it with me, 5 squared. 5 what? 5 squared, also known as 5 to the power of 2, minus 3 times 5. Very good. Okay, so you have 5 squared. Who remembers what is 5 squared? 5 to the power of 2 means 5 times what? 5 times 5. Multiply it by itself 2 times. So we're going to say, okay, that's 5 times 5. Then we have a minus 3 and times 5 again. All right, so let's look. What are we going to do first? We have exponents, subtraction, and multiplication. What do we have? Exponents, subtraction, multiplication. What would come first? Because we do not have parentheses. Are there parentheses here? No. So we say, okay, exponents. That's 5 squared. Remember what 5 squared is? 5 squared is 5. I'm going to put it in parentheses though, okay? 5 times 5. Okay, I'm going to put this in parentheses only because you're still working with exponents, and so you want to do that first. And parentheses means work with me first. So see what I did? Made parentheses now. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to bring down, subtract 3 and multiply then by 5. Okay, still working with 5 times 5. What is 5 times 5 or 5 squared? It is 25, remember? Minus 3 times 5. Okay, so we have subtraction and multiplication. What would you do first? Subtraction or multiplication? What comes first? What's this stand for? Multiplication and then subtraction. So you can do this one first and this one second. So let's look. All right. So, okay, I want you to actually put parentheses around 3 times 5. Okay, do that for me. Because this is talking about 25. Take away 3 times 5. What is 3 times 5, my friends? 3 times 5 is 5, 10, 15. Okay, but we still have the 25, and what is the sign that is between them? What is this sign? It's subtraction, right? Very nice. So then we have 25 take away 15. So what is 25 take away 15? 5 minus 5 is 0, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is, what's the answer? The answer is 10. Very good.